presentation tells the story of how English gradually became part of my life, from silent exposure in childhood to confident use in academic and public spaces. My journey reflects not only language development, but also identity formation shaped by culture, media, and intercultural communication experiences. My first encounter with English happened unconsciously through audiovisual media. Children's shows like Barney, Thomas and Friends, Barbie movie, and kids' TV channels introduce English as sound and rhythm, not rules. At this stage, English felt playful, familiar, and emotionally safe. Alongside television, children's books shaped my early literacy. Winnie the Pooh, fairy tales, and Disney Princess magazines helped me associate English with imagination and storytelling. This simple text expanded my vocabulary and built my earliest understanding of narrative structure in English. Participating in kindergarten level English competition marked my first formal engagement with the language. Although basic, these experiences gave me confidence and positive reinforcement. English became something I could perform, not just here, introducing the idea that language could be empowering. During adolescence, English became more complex and emotional. Historical and romantic comedy films exposed me to different register and cultural contexts. Most importantly, music, especially Taylor Swift, transformed English into a language of emotion, storytelling, and personal connection. Taylor Swift played a crucial role in my English development and academic choice. Her lyrics taught me vocabulary, figurative language, and narrative techniques. Analyzing her songs trained my critical reading skills and sparked my interest in literature, leading me to choose English literature as my study program. And my literary curiosity expanded through digital platforms. Pinterest poetry boards introduced me to diverse poetic expression, while historical manhwa blended visual storytelling with English narration. This text shaped my aesthetic taste and encouraged me to see English as a creative medium, not just an academic subject. And communicating with my pen pal from Turkey was my first real intercultural communication experience. English functioned as a shared language between us, even though neither of us are native speakers. So through the letters and chats, English became a practical tool for building genuine global connection. English storytelling competitions challenged me to produce original content. Writing my own story and performing it strengthened my narrative skills, creativity, and confidence. And this moment marked my transition from English learner to English creator, where language became a means of self-expression. Entering university as an English literature student brought new challenges, conflicting messages about accent, aiming for British pronunciation versus maintaining an Indonesian accent created confusion. This moment forced me to question what it truly means to speak English correctly and authentically. Through global intercultural communication, I learned about world Englishes and cultures three circles. I realized that English is a global language with diverse accents. This understanding resolved my confusion. Both British and Indonesian accent are valid. Accent is not an error, it is identity. In young adulthood, I began producing my own literary works in English. Publishing poems on Medium and writing short story on Notion allowed me to claim ownership of the language. English became not only something I studied, but something I lived and shaped creatively. Participating in newscasting competitions taught me formal and professional English usage. Winning the best performance at Ambassador of English 2025 symbolized my growth. English became part of my public identity, allowing me to speak confidently, responsibly, and represent ideas on larger platforms. My English identity reflects cultural hybridity. Growing up with Western children's media, Asian manhwa, and Indonesian cultural values shape a blend perspective. Taylor Swift influenced my emotional expression, and my creativity today is a fusion of multiple cultures expressed through English. English functioned as a lingua franca in my life. Through my Turkish pen pal, English enabled communication across national and cultural boundaries. It is not about sounding native, but about mutual understanding, connection, and participation in global interaction. Digital platform played a crucial role in shaping my English identity. Pinterest, online chats, Medium, and Notion allowed me to practice and express and publish in English. These spaces give me a voice before I had confidence offline, forming my digital English citizenship. My journey reflects growing intercultural competence. Films taught cultural context, pen pal communication required cultural sensitivity, and university discussions demanded academic adaptability. And English became a tool for understanding differences, negotiating meaning, and engaging respectfully across cultures. The GICC course reshaped my perspective on language and identity. It taught me open-mindedness, respect for diversity, and the value of mutual understanding. English is not about correctness alone, but about building relationships and navigating cultural complexity responsibly. Today, English is part of who I am. From childhood exposure to adolescent exploration and young adult achievement, English shaped my confidence, creativity, and worldview. It allows me to connect, create, and represent myself proudly across cultural spaces. My journey from silence to fluency is not just linguistic, but intercultural. English grew with me, shaped by media, education, and global interaction. This experience taught me that language is not only learned, but lived. Thank you.